Man, another vision. And here I thought this only happened when I touched that rock thing. I wonder if Barrett is still having these visions. Oh, I need to get to Constellation. Find out what the heck is going on. Not very much space in that bathroom. seems a little better. Yeah, there's a few additional benefits. It's pretty ugly though. This one looks much nicer. You know what? I'll wait. Taking less damage is much better than looking cute. We'll just have to change this thing out as soon as I get a chance. That shit doesn't look that bad. It's a little bulky though. It's hard to move around in something that's... I don't even know what to call it. So I'm finished checking out the ship. Might as well throw this extra suit. No sense carrying around extra stuff. Looks like Alpha Centauri is where we're headed.
Starship
cool.
Frontier, this is United Colony Security. Maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. No contraband detected. You are cleared for landing at New Atlantis.
Either use the star navigation table or the ship jumps itself. It's pretty awesome. In a suit, but definitely need to find something better than this spacesuit underwear I'm wearing.
Captain, Constellation will be waiting for you at the lodge.
Roger that, Bosco. Let's head to the lodge then. So this is New Atlantis, huh? Yeah, have I been here before? Definitely not recalling.
Hey, Bosco.
Doesn't seem familiar at all.
Let me guess.
It's a nice looking city though.
Indigo again?
Your memory is uncanny.
Hey, how you doing?
And he's our new captain. My crew can take a look at your ship, and you can stop by the Trade Authority kiosk if you need to offload some cargo.
Alright, well, thank you for letting me know.
Everything looks good here. I'll be at my booth if you need me.
Alright, thanks for checking my ship. My ship. It's not my ship at all. Thanks for checking Constellation ship, which actually is not that bad of a ship at all. I see why they kept it. Hey, how's it looking?
Actuators look decent. I mean, for a ship this old.
Okay, well, I guess that's a good thing. Ship is actually in pretty good condition, considering how old everybody keeps saying it is. What's this
Watch
place?
for the engine blast, will ya?
Secure
They'll
access,
pull you
huh?
right over.
Why
Keep
is
your
it
eyes
a
open and watch your step,
security
okay?
card to enter, huh? This must be where they keep the contraband. Oh, yep, there it is. Seized cargo. Yep, let me stop being nosy. Constellation. Get the watch. Oh, yep, there it is. That direction. It's not that big of a ship. City's pretty busy. This must be a main hub. New Atlantis. I have to have been
I
here
can
before.
assure you this unprovoked attack on a United Colonies research facility will not go unanswered. We'll get you settled into your new assignments as soon as possible. For you, Bobby, that includes meeting your new foster parent.
My parents aren't dead. They just took a different shuttle. I'll see them when they get here.
Wow.
Oh, well, of course, that's sure possible.
They just
we'll
got
get,
off the shuttle and they're already trying to give him foster
Helena
parents.
Chambers, ID
What type of system is that?
SSCOM1327 HCHA. I was the station administrator. I'll need to report to MAST ASAP for a full debrief.
Well, that was a
My
mouthful.
treatment thus far has been entirely unacceptable.
Any authority you had was forfeit the moment House Varun zealots breached the station's perimeter, and you failed to initiate proper evacuation protocols. Thank you for your service. We'll find you a new position commensurate with your experience.
That's
And
cold
Mr.
for you're
Bosch,
fired.
Let me just say how honored I am to meet you. By all accounts, you're the only reason anyone made it out of there alive.
Well, just glad I still remembered my flight basics. It had been a while. So was shooting a gun.
I read all about New
And why
Atlantis.
does this sound so
cool.
familiar?
Is it true the Nat train goes 5,000 miles an hour? Or that citizens get special discounts?
You guys weren't
Or
secretly
that
on
the whole
Vectera,
city
were you?
celebrates when it's your birthday?
No, that
Mine's
was
June
research
11th, by the way. My parents took me to Aquila City last year. I kinda smell, but I don't smell anything here.
No, yes, no, and I will certainly mark June 11th on my calendar. As for Aquila City, well, the air purifiers here in New Atlantis are state-of-the-art.
Ugh, Aquila City? Oh, don't even get me started on those cemeteries.
Don't you think? 3-star Rangers helped me out quite a bit a couple years back. Got ambushed by spacers near Narion. They assisted, no questions asked. Even helped with some repairs so I could do an emergency jump home. Good people.
In any event,
Sound like good
you all
people.
must be exhausted. Just give me a moment to coordinate some details with security.
May I help you?
Me? No. I'm just being nosy. I just got here.
What? No, just, go away.
Gee, what's your issue, lady? You kind of wired. I guess you are mad. You did just get fired.
Master
Indirectly.
finally sent someone down there,
Hey,
but nothing's changed.
What you telling me for?
May I help you?
Aren't you security? Shouldn't you go check that out?
She can't do this to me. Does that woman have any idea who I am?
Somebody who just got fired? Hey, what's up, kid?
Guess you caught some of that, huh?
Oh, yeah, I caught all of it.
Galaxy is at peace and somehow seems more dangerous than ever. Spacers, House Varun, Crimson Fleet, everyone trying to grab their piece. What happened to the early days, huh? When we just float through the stars and dream.
Oh, some of us are still dreaming. Just not the type of dreams I want to have. Spacers, who are they?
Really? You must have been hiding under a moon rock your whole life if you've managed to dodge those assholes. They're basically a bunch of space scumbags. Fly around, attack, and rob anyone they see. They're pretty disorganized and easy to fend off until they aren't. They're a different beast than the Crimson Fleet. Generally speaking, pirates want your stuff, so they can occasionally be reasoned with. Spacers, though, they tend to shoot first and ask questions never.
In House Varun? What's that?
Not what, who. How to describe House Varun? Well, imagine a bunch of colonists who set off into the stars ages ago, disappeared, and then re-emerged as a sort of religious society. Faction, or cult, whatever you want to call them. They believe in some sort of celestial deity called the Great Serpent. Real nightmare fuel kind of stuff. About 100 years back, they picked a fight with pretty much everyone in the settled systems. I guess your school never covered the Serpent's Crusade, huh? We eventually made peace, sort of.
Probably did.
Then they just...
Sorry, I forgot.
Disappeared. They're out there, somewhere. Or so folks assume. The ones that attacked us, they were the hardliners, for sure. You meet those guys, you run. You understand me?
Okay, well, cool. Thanks for the information.
Goodbye.
I've never been in a battle before. Everyone kept telling me to keep my eyes closed, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're running. At first, I thought it was ecliptic mercenaries shooting at us, but
probably
it wasn't.
shouldn't keep your eyes closed
These
while you
other
run.
people yelling about serpents and stuff.
The galaxy's a tough place, kid. It's kind of dangerous out there.
Is that really an appropriate thing to say to a child?
What
Anyway,
was
I'm
inappropriate
fine
about
now.
that?
I hope my parents don't take too long getting here.
Not
I'm sure your parents
now.
are fine. Ain't nobody trying to talk to you, lady.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking.
Pardon me?
Yeah, being a little too friendly. And a little too nosy. Let's get to this Constellation place. I
You'll
get
be
distracted.
scanned as
really
you
easy.
enter the city. Please keep moving.
Being in New Atlantis is like having a shiny new toy.
Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
Thank you. I'll try. What's this place? Join now. UC security office. New Atlantis officers needed. That might be a decent part-time job. This also helped me get to know the city a little bit if I plan on staying here. Definitely gonna have to find a place to stay. Definitely gonna need credits for that. Which means I'm definitely gonna have to earn income. Part-time security. wonder if they offer part-time. I'm not really looking for a full-time gig.
This is
I'll
New
figure that out later.
Atlantis Transit, or the NAT. It provides free transportation throughout the city. We can take it directly to the Mast District.
Okay. Well, let's go to the Mast District then. Gal Bank. Is this the ATM? Oh, yep, ATM. Right on the sign. Alright. Alright, to the Mast District. It was a nice ride. I'm actually pretty shocked you could fit on there, Bosco.
The water is quite aesthetically pleasing, or so Barrett has told me. New Atlantis relies on advanced hydroelectrics for most of its power.
Wow, okay. So this is the Mast District. Wow. Man, this city is vibrant.
Sergeant Yumi is looking for reliable people to help the guard. Contact him if you're interested. We'd all appreciate it.
Oh, I was just actually thinking about doing that. Take that as a sign. Sergeant Yumi, huh? Well, if I end up staying, it sounds like that might be a good first gig. Also helped me get to know New Atlantis a little bit, patrolling around the city. Assuming that's what I'd be doing, the security. Alright, looks like we're headed this way. It's a nice tree. Wow. Man, this is so different than being on the moon. We're stuck in a cave mining. What Constellation looks like. I don't know what type of place it is. Might not even fit in there.
We may be in a United Colonies city, but Constellation is an entirely neutral entity and always has been.
Okay, well, that's good to know.
Here we are, the lodge. The front door should unlock if you hold up the watch that Barrett gave you. I have messaged the other members of Constellation. They will be waiting for us inside.
Well, let's go meet the rest of the team. Let's not keep them waiting. This watch is cool. does so much.
Captain, everyone will be in the library, just inside. If Barrett were here, he'd probably tell you that you're part of something bigger now, and he hopes you'll make this place your home.
Oh, this place is nice.
Easiest bet I'll ever win. You really think what I'm suggesting is so outlandish? All from the stars, and what I'm saying is the most impossible theory?
You two keep going on like this, and I'm banning wagers. I'm serious.
We'll play nice. Just a little. We appear to have a visitor.
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
Would you care to tell us what happened to our friend? Why you're here and he isn't?
Why you asking me like that? You the one that handed me the ship. Who are you? Exactly?
Sarah Morgan, Chair of Constellation. That means anything you discussed with Barrett is my business. Now, if you would please answer my question.
Why don't we start with you telling me what Constellation is?
Very well. This is a private organization dedicated to exploration. Space primarily, but also anomalies throughout the settled systems. It's inherently dangerous work, so if one of our own doesn't show up as planned, then we tend to have questions. Speaking of which,
that makes
where
sense.
is Barrett?
Pirates attack. Barrett asked me to deliver the artifact.
I see. Vasco, verify.
All statements made have been factual.
You thought I was lying?
This is just typical. Barrett hands over our ship and our robot to some random employee of that discount mining outfit he uses.
Walter.
I mean,
and
he telling the
if we hadn't
truth.
insisted on installing those emergency protocols, I guarantee you this rock breaker here would be halfway to Neo.
Rock breaker.
But that didn't happen. He's here with the artifact.
Yeah, I sure am.
Thank you, Matteo. Now, let's focus on what's in front of us, shall we? What happened when it was extracted? Did anyone see anything? Hear anything?
How many times has this happened? Who else had these visions? Maybe y'all should stop touching the artifact.
Pulls one out of the rock for the first time. Why? We're not sure yet. So if you wouldn't mind adding another data point.
The data point? Yeah, there was bright lights and music.
Interesting. Similar to Barrett's description of the experience, with less embellishment.
Embellishment? That wasn't really embellished. She's kind of sassy. Got an attitude problem. Embellishment.
Expect us to believe in fairy tales.
If this is the greatest mystery in the universe, why couldn't it be part of the ultimate
What is
mystery?
But
everybody who's not having these visions keep downplaying them? If you touch the rock and go float through space.
Right. Let's see. We know the artifacts react to each other. The pieces we already have move when they're in close contact. Now, if we add this new one to the two we already have...
The artifact. If you could place it on the table here.
Yeah, no problem. Here, take this thing. I've been trying to get rid of it.
That's it. Just like the others. And to imagine, we thought there were only two of them at first.
Oh my god, that's it. They're reacting. Look at how it's coming together. That energy that's arcing between them, no manufactured material in the settled systems can do that. None of them. This proves
Easy, girl. Breathe. You'll have a heart attack.
She's not the only one. If they're coming together,
that makes three of us.
Set. Built by an intelligence outside the settled systems.
Still 2,000
How do you
credits
know
for our
that?
little wager, Country?
You're on, Walter.
Well, if we had all the answers, it wouldn't be exciting. Now, would it?
Exciting?
Not to take
what
away
I
from
would
the
call
moment,
it.
But what are we going to do about our new friend here?
So, are you ready to get to work? See if exploration is the life you want to lead in this little universe of ours?
You want me in Constellation? What does that mean? What's suspected? This is all a little much.
We're all here because we're committed to exploring space. Humanity may have settled the stars, but that doesn't mean we should stop diving into the unknown. Beyond that, you'll be expected to use your own judgment, just like the rest of us.
I'm not really sure I want to dive into the unknown, though. Let me think about it.
Fair enough, but you need a place to stay in the city, right? Why don't you settle in here? We owe you that much. Come find me when you're ready.
Uh-oh.
And here, I think you've earned something for bringing the artifact to us.
That's nice.
In addition to credits, why don't we set you up with a backpack with some boost capability? You'll need it out in the field anyway. Just mind your head.
Wow, that's a lot of credits. And a place to stay. I appreciate that. Thank you. Bring an artifact. That's nice. They could have just kicked me out.
You sure spend a lot of time on Constellation business. Doesn't Issa miss you?
That is a rather personal question, but I'll indulge it. I have been informed that when I am home, I remain preoccupied with Constellation's work, which renders me cantankerous. My darling Issa has concluded that it is in both of our best interests if I can spend my time working from the lodge as often as possible.
Wow. All right. Whatever works for the two of you, I guess. We've always considered ourselves explorers, but this really is uncharted territory, isn't it? That was intense, wasn't it?
Well, I suppose
the artifacts, I mean. Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming.
Yeah, just a little.
Now. I guess a lot overwhelming.
Yeah,
now that
a
I
lot.
think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you, and thank you for bringing the artifact.
I'm Zentro. It's nice to meet you too, Noelle. Sarah said something about a place to stay.
Planning on sticking around then? Good.
Yeah, for the time being.
I think we can find a spot for you, and along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour.
All right. Well, cool.
So
Thank you.
You've seen the library, obviously. Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions. Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a moment of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs. Sebastian Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
Hello there, Vasco.
Greetings, Walter Stroud. How may I assist you?
Place to be incognito.
I don't need anything.
Okay.
Just,
I'm feeling it already.
seeing how you're doing.
At present,
I thought I wouldn't fit in here,
are
but
functioning well within
seems like I might fit in here perfectly.
Well then, keep
A
up the
group
good
of
work.
explorers from diverse backgrounds that the city kinda ignores or gives free rein to. Sounds like a good place to be, especially for somebody who lost their memory.
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room.
I don't drink much anyway.
You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
Max occupancy in this big place? How many people are in Constellation? This place is huge.
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one side, so that'll be quiet, and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
I'm gonna take that as like an indirect way of you saying I should hurry up and make my decision. Huh. This is a very nice room for free. Man, I'm wiped. I'm gonna take a nap. Or at least try to. And that was interesting. I wonder if this is gonna happen every time I go to sleep. Constellation. I don't know if I want to be touching any more of these artifacts. I still think this first one has already messed with my mind enough. Though I have to say, I did sleep rather well. I mean, it's not like that vision was jarring or anything. It was actually pretty comforting, and that music was kind of peaceful. But I imagine these visions are the artifact's way of communicating, and I don't know what it's exactly trying to say, but I'm really not trying to find out either.
Oh, I just don't know how he does it. Up there all alone for
I hope you are satisfied with the quarters available to you.
Oh, the quarters are nice, Vasco. Thank you.
It's been quieter around here ever since Vladimir went to live on the Eye full time.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
Yeah, it's a little too soon for that. The vision I saw, what do you think that was?
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something, an energy surge, some other phenomenon.
Listen, this wasn't random synapses firing. It means something.
Sure, I'm not trying to suggest otherwise. I wasn't there when it happened. I'm just thinking it through. It's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
I guess. Is there other work besides hunting the artifacts?
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
Yeah, that doesn't sound interesting at all. How long have you been working on the artifacts?
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion.
Wow.
It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
Yeah, no wonder you seem to know a lot about these artifacts.
Oh, gosh. No, I mean, that's flattering. But really, we're making this up as we go.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
Until you arrived, we only had the two. And the vaguest sense that there was something more at work.
Yeah, that flew
There's
way
still
over
so
your
much
head.
we don't know. And that means a lot of work ahead of us.
Well, let me know how I can help you learn more. Because I kind of want to learn about these visions.
Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of,
you don't need no
if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens. Anything organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
How would organic resources help you with learning about the artifacts?
I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out anything that could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
Oh, that's good to know. I've actually got some right now.
Okay, let's take a look. Stay safe, okay?
Thank you. You too.
So, Noel, Constellation living up to your expectations?
It's a dream come true, Sarah. You know that.
You've been an invaluable asset to the group, Noel. Just wanted to make sure you didn't regret it.
There are days that are tough, sure. But if I weren't here, I wouldn't even know about all the incredible things we're discovering.
I've occasionally had my doubts about Constellation as an investment. But now, well, it's clearly money well spent.
Is it now?
Well, I suppose calling you a rock breaker may have been a bit out of line.
Just a bit. You don't even know me.
Yes, you're right. My frustrations lie more with Barrett, not the first time his shenanigans have jeopardized one of our ventures. Not fair of me to take it out on you, especially since it would seem he made the right call this time. So, let's start over, shall we? Walter Stroud, CEO of Stroud Eklund, member of Constellation, and oft-times grumpy old man. Welcome aboard.
Nice to meet you, Walter Stroud. Mom's intro. Glad to be here.
By the way, in addition to a place to stay,
I guess
the Lodge has a wealth of modification and research equipment. Spacesuit customization, pharmaceutical manufacturing, testing alien substances, the whole thing. You can even fashion industrial pieces for large-scale projects, if you don't mind extracting a few raw resources from a nearby planet, that is. I'm a fan of self-reliance, so I encourage you to make use of the tools we have to build what you need.
Okay. So, what kind of company is Stroud Eklund? What exactly is it that you guys do?
We're most well known for ship manufacture. No expense spared. If you want the best and can afford it, you choose Stroud Eklund. Unfortunately, our success means you'll sometimes see Stroud Eklund ship modules on less than reputable vessels. They covet them. The bastards. I've tried to convince the United Colonies we can help in that regard, but they're married to Deimos Star Yards, and those old salts are stuck in the glory days.
Do you think the vision I had means anything?
Up until very recently, I'd likely have dismissed it as, I don't know, hallucinations. But now, I'm not sure what to think. I don't suppose you have a history of this sort of thing, do you?
No. No, I don't. I've never seen anything like that in my life. Ever.
Yes, I imagined as much. Barrett expressed something similar, in his own unique way. I'm no scientist. I leave that to the likes of Barrett and young Noel there. But I think we can all agree there's something unusual going on here.
I'll call it a bit more than unusual.
Frankly, this is the most exciting thing that's happened in years.
It's that word again. So what's your role in Constellation?
Me? Why, I'm the wallet. Someone has to fund all this, and all my success in business doesn't mean much if I can't put it to good use. I don't pretend to have the daring of Ms. Morgan, or the smarts of young Mateo, but I can make sure that they have the resources they need. And, as you've now seen, those resources aren't being wasted. We're onto something big.
This isn't really a place I expect to find a CEO.
Funny thing about companies, you build one sturdy enough, it doesn't need you there all the time to prop it up. Stroud Eklund functions quite well on a day-to-day basis, leaving me time to devote to more esoteric pursuits. For years, I was captivated by the writings of Constellation's founder, Sebastian Banks. I finally decided to do something more than admire from a distance, and so now I call the Lodge home as much as anywhere else.
All right, well, it was a pleasure talking to you. Yep. Until next time, Mr. Stroud. Guess I'll continue introducing myself.
I feel like I've been waiting my whole life for this.
Mateo,
Constellation, right? The artifacts. That doesn't sound crazy, does it?
It does, just a little bit. It's a nice fireplace. Alright.
Are you doing okay? I'm not sure anyone really asked yet, don't want you to think we're focused on the artifacts and nothing else.
You
matter too. You've done something really significant bringing that artifact here. I'm Mateo, theological scholar by trade, but now, well, an explorer like you. It's really good to have you with us.
Thank you, I appreciate that. What brought you to Constellation?
Well, there was some overlap in interests. I'd spent years searching for religious relics from human history. I had made a really incredible discovery, only to lose it to a greedy corporation. So I tried to steal it back. In the process, I met Walter. Turned out he owned the corporation. After a long talk, we realized we had a lot in common, and I was invited to join Constellation.
These artifacts came out of caves?
Second one was on Kazal, buried the same as the one you found. But the first one, right under our noses for years, sitting in storage, masquerading as an oversized paperweight. Can you imagine potentially the greatest discovery in human history collecting dust?
Nope, not really. What do you think of the vision I saw?
I'm not gonna lie, I really wish I could have seen this for myself. It's hard
No, you
to
don't.
judge otherwise. Both you and
You
Barrett
really don't.
saw something. I don't think that's a coincidence. Did it feel like it was trying to tell you something? I don't want to necessarily use the words divine revelation, but, you know, if the label fits.
All I know is I've never experienced anything like it.
That sure lines up with everything else about these artifacts. It's all connected. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We just need more data.
I hope
which
so.
means more artifacts.
Ugh, more artifacts, huh?
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too, Mateo. It's a pleasure meeting you.
Curious feeling, knowing that you've seen something that no one else has. That you know something no one else does.
Curious isn't the word I'd use for that. Man, only the people who haven't touched the artifact and had visions say this stuff. Oh, Constellation. Looks like I got a decision to make.